Hey, what's up Tejanos, and welcome to the fall semester. With fall being just around the corner, we're going to go ahead and kick off this episode with a wonderful pumpkin soup. Now from the food pantry, you're going to need a can of pumpkin puree. Make sure you're not getting the sweet stuff that goes into a pie filling. It's just the pumpkin puree, a can of corn, and a box of chicken stock. Other items you're going to need is whipping cream, a cup of carrots, half an onion, and some roasted pumpkin seeds. Alright, so first thing we're going to go ahead and do is open up that can of corn, and we're going to go ahead and drain out all that juice. You're not going to need that juice for this recipe, so go ahead and just drain out that corn. Make sure to get all that liquid out. Next, what you're going to go ahead and do is get a pan on the stove top, put some oil into that pan, and then we're going to go ahead and add in that corn. Now I don't do the full can of corn, I do about 3/4 of the can of corn. I go ahead and spread it out evenly so it can go ahead and get a nice char on the corn. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for a nice char. You don't want to burn it. It's going to look a little burnt, but it's just really that char, and that's the color that you're trying to go for. Once you've cooked it down for about 10 to 15 minutes, you have the finished product right here. And there you go. You see how it's nicely charred? That's actually going to go on top of our soup. So now we're going to go ahead and start cooking our onions and carrots. So in a pot of boiling water, I added in some salt, and then I'm going to add in half of the onion. So we're going to go ahead and just cut it up, break it on down, and put it into that pot of boiling water. And then a cup of the baby carrots. Now you guys can use regular carrots or you can use baby carrots. Either one is fine. Just go ahead and put that in with the onions in the boiling water. You're going to let that cook down for about 20 minutes. And then once it's done cooking, you're going to go ahead and drain it out. You're not going to need that water at all, so go ahead and just drain out the carrots and the onions. And the water we can go ahead and toss. Next, we're going to go ahead and put the onions and the carrots back into the saucepan. And next, we're going to go ahead and put in that pumpkin puree. Now I use one large can of the pumpkin puree. If you guys are getting just the regular size cans, you guys can use 2 of those. But in our food pantry today, I found a large can, so I'm using the large can. Now to that, I'm going to go ahead and add in 2 cups of chicken stock. So it's about the full carton of chicken stock, but I go ahead and add in the 2 cups, and then I'm going to go ahead and mix it down so it can blend into that puree and make a nice soup. Now once we got the pumpkin puree, the chicken stock, carrots, and onions mixed up all together, we let it cook for about 10 minutes. Once that's done cooking, I'm going to go ahead and add in all the ingredients into a blender. If you have a hand blender, that works even better, but I'm going to go ahead and use a regular blender here. So I'm just adding in, again, the pumpkin puree, the carrots, onions, and chicken stock, and I'm going to go ahead and blend that up. I blend that for about 3 to 5 minutes so I make sure all the carrots and onions get blended up. Once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and add it back into the saucepan. Now I add about half a cup of heavy whipping cream into the mixture and just go ahead and mix it on up. That's going to add some richness to this soup. Once you have that in there, you're going to go ahead and let this all cook down for about 15 to 20 minutes on a medium heat, and just keep stirring it every 5 minutes. Once your soup is nice, warm, and fully cooked, you're going to go ahead and plate it into a bowl. And then on top of that soup, we're going to go ahead and add in the corn that we cooked. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle in some of that roasted corn that we cooked on top of the stove. Just sprinkle it on in as much as you like. And then finally, we top it off with some of those roasted pumpkin seeds. And there you have the start to fall with the wonderful pumpkin soup. Hope you guys enjoy it.